start with second part of fundamentals in gynecology. So here what we need to discuss is, that till 6 weeks the yolk sac is bipotential, that either the conceptious is bipotential, that either it can be a male or it can be a female till 6 weeks. Okay, so the external genitalia are also still undifferentiated till 6 weeks, but by the time the fetus comes to 10 weeks you can differentiate the internal genitalia which is already formed. Now coming to estrogen. Estrogen is not required for development of female external genitalia. So for female external genitalia, estrogen is not required. So this is a very important point because everyone thinks estrogen is required, but estrogen is not required to form any external genitalia in a female. Okay, now coming to undifferentiated external genitalia. So we said external genitalia is undifferentiated. So when it is undifferentiated, it is divided into three structures. So the three structures are, the first one is genital tubercle. The second one is genital swelling. I will show them by drawing, don't worry about this. And the third one is genital fold. Okay, so let me show this here like in this form. Okay, so the dark structure which you see here, this is the genital tubercle. Okay, and the genital swelling is the sides which you see here, the sides, this one, this is the genital swelling. Okay, and the genital folds are the folds which you can see here. Okay, so this is how we divide this. Okay, so these are the three undifferentiated external genitalia, that is like still they can be a male or female. Okay, they are undifferentiated in the 6th week itself. So now what happens in the males and what happens in the females, how the structures are forming into male external and female external genitalia. So this genital tubercle here, this tubercle, okay, in the case of male it will convert into penis. In the case of female it will convert into clitoris. Okay, so coming to genital swelling, the swellings on the side, okay, they will form the in the male they will form the scrotum. In the female they will form the labia majora. Okay, so coming to genital fold, this side genital fold, in the case of male it will form penile urethra. In the case of female it will form the labia minora. Okay, of course this will be labia minora, this will be labia majora. In the case of female this will be scrotum and this will be penile urethra. Okay, so this is the thing which you need to see after 6 weeks, how they are going to divide into the external genitalia. Now coming to homologous structures, that is the organs in male and female which have same embryonic origin. Let us see. So in the case of male, in male prostate gland and female skin gland, or you can say paraurethral gland, this both are same because they are having the same embryonic origin, prostate gland, skin gland or paraurethral gland. And in the case of male, the bulbourethral gland, or what you say the Cowper's gland, they are equal with the Bartholin gland, or you can say the greater vestibular gland of a female. Now coming to the male, in the male the gubernaculum is equal with the female's round ligament. So these are the structures like which are homologous both in male and female because of the same embryonic origin. Now coming to estrogen, estrogen is required for growth of ovaries at the time of puberty. So the point which I say here, estrogen is not required for external genitalia, but estrogen is required for growth of ovaries at the rate puberty. So in the puberty the ovary should grow, so for that growth you need estrogen, but at the time of formation of external genitalia you don't need the estrogen. Okay, so now coming to in the absence of dihydrotestosterone, you know that testosterone in the presence of alpha 5 reductase will convert into dihydrotestosterone, right? But if this 5 alpha reductase is not present, or its deficiency, it will not convert the testosterone into dihydrotestosterone, right? So because of this there is development of female external genitalia in male. So this is a very big problem in a male, a male having female external genitalia. So this is a problem where there is no this powerful dihydrotestosterone. Okay. So external genitalia can be differentiated by 14 weeks. So we have discussed that internal genitalia can be formed by 10 weeks, and we have discussed that by 9 weeks here. In the before video we have discussed, do you remember? In the 9 weeks, they'll start forming. In the 10 weeks, the internal genitalia start forming. I mean, in the 9 weeks, you'll have either one pair, in the case of male, you'll have Wolffian duct. In the case of female, you'll have Mullerian duct. By 10 weeks, you'll have internal genitalia, right? And here you can see by 14 weeks, you'll have the external genitalia. Okay, by 14 weeks, which you can see on a ultrasonograph. So you can determine whether the baby is male or female by 14 weeks on a ultrasonograph. Of course, it is not allowed in India. So presence of testosterone in a female. So this is a weird case where in a female you will have male testosterone during intrauterine life may lead to development of male external genitalia. So here the female is having male external genitalia, as vice versa for this. In the male, if there is no alpha 5 reductase, then they'll have female external genitalia. In the female, from the intrauterine life only, they're having male testosterone more, than they will lead to male external genitalia, but in a female. So this condition may lead to development of male external genitalia, and this is called as ambiguous genitalia. Ambiguous genitalia, that the male having female or the female having male external genitalia. So now let's discuss about pseudo hermaphroditism. Pseudo hermaphroditism. So what is this? Here actually the chromosomal makeup and external genitalia are different. That is, as we discussed before, in a female, male external genitalia. In the male, female external genitalia. Okay. So first let us see male pseudo hermaphrodites. Male means, here the problem is the chromosome is male. The chromosomal makeup is male, that is having 46 X and Y. Okay, the chromosome is male. But the problem is the female external genitalia. That is the problem here. Now coming to female pseudo hermaphrodite. Here the chromosome is 46XX because it is a female, but it is having a male external genitalia. So that is the problem here. Okay. So what is the most common cause of male pseudo hermaphroditism? This one. The most common cause for this is androgen insensitive syndrome. So whenever a patient have androgen insensitive syndrome, or you can say testicular feminizing syndrome, in the name itself you can see testicular feminizing syndrome or androgen insensitive syndrome, then you will see male pseudo hermaphroditism. In the case of female hermaphroditism, the most common cause is CAH. It is congenital adrenal hyperplasia. Okay, so that is the cause for this. So let us see what is true hermaphrodite. True hermaphrodite means presence of both ovaries and testes. So they are having both ovaries and testes. So it is also called as ovotestis. But both are not properly developed. Half, you can say half ovary, half testes, like that, for example. Both are not developed well. So karyotyping will give you a variety karyotyping like 46 XX. So if you see this, you may think it is a female because both X, but it is karyotyping of true hermaphrodite, and this is the most common. Okay, and in 10 to 20% people you will see a mosaic pattern, or you will see 10% of 46 XY type. Only 10%, but mostly you will see 46 XX in the case of true hermaphrodite. So terms like true or pseudo hermaphroditism are not used nowadays. They are called as disorders of sexual development. So this will not use this pseudo hermaphroditism or true hermaphroditism. Instead of this, you are using a term like disorders of sexual development. Okay, so by this we have completed the part 2. of fundamentals of gynecology. Next, we also have one more part, part 3, in the next video.